Hello, it's Megan from the Paper Mill. Welcome back to my channel. I want to add a signature to this journal today. I'm not sure which one I'm going to do. I said I was going to spend the weekend tea staining some paper. I've done enough for this journal, just because I was very busy doing lots of other things, but I've done enough to fill this one, I think. I quite like this signature. Wouldn't mind doing this one. Maybe, or could do this one. I'm going to put at least one in each signature. I might do some fold out ones, like so. I think that would look nice. And that one can go in there. I've got this signature. I might cut one. I can actually make that into two. Let's cut it. I hope you all had a lovely weekend. The weather was very rainy and a bit very cold, so we spent most of the weekend in the house being really cozy, baking, and my son's really into writing stories, so that's what he was doing, and it was nice. It was cozy. Quite like that poking out a bit. I want that one to poke out the top, I think, like that. Yeah. And then what else have I got here? I'm going to want a signature here. Could do that way. Okay, I might chop a bit off the top and fold it that way. It's a bit wider. Or shall I, actually I might make it into a pocket. Scrap that idea, I'm going to do this. Still, let's get this right. Don't mind it poking over a little bit. That's quite a bit too much. Oh, that makes quite a nice deep pocket actually. Yeah. Okay. Do that. That one. And this one needs one. I'll turn my heater off a minute. I've got this little one I could put in there. I'm not going to have a signature there, but I am having one in here. Am I? Shall I? I don't know. Ooh. Looks alright, doesn't it? And what I'm going to do is fold that, and then I've got a pocket here as well. Simple. That one. And then I wanted one for here as well. I need to do this bit as well because it's aesthetically not pleasing my eye. Do another fold out one. Now I like being able to see these because I think that goes really nicely, so I'm going to put that one there. Okay, I want to see. I ripped this bit. Actually, I might trim it off just a wee touch, and then it should be easy enough to open once it's in there. Like that. Okay. And then there was another signature, surely. This one. Did I put one in there? No. Okay, yes, so I did do enough. Right, okay. I love the way this turned out. That's one that I left overnight, so this bit's a bit darker. I did chuck a bit of coffee in with it as well. And chop off quite a bit of this one. Yeah, that's all right. Is that too deep? There's the middle. There. Okay, so that's not their final places within the papers, but that's where they're going in their signatures. I also, have an envelope which I did fold this way because I thought I wouldn't mind utilising the window. I was thinking about maybe taking the plastic out of it, but I quite like the rustle. And I thought that's way too wide, so I thought maybe what I could do is fold it the other way. I need to cut all this off. Trim along here actually with the guillotine, and then I was going to make a little pocket page and decorate it somehow. How does that look on the back? Yeah, that's all right. So have it as a page like this. You can have it that way and then bind it here. But I think I might have it. I quite like the idea of the pocket, the window being at the bottom. Now, have I done that straight? Does that look straight to you? I think so. And then this will be another page. And what I might do is actually trim off just the tiniest bit. So then there's a pocket there as well. It's an experiment. Let's see where it can go. Is it too tall? Ooh, it might be a little bit too tall. I'm not sure which signature. I need to just focus on one for now because I'm getting in a bit of a muddle. I'm going to do this one purely because I really love that marble and I keep looking at it. So that would, if that was that way, that would go that way. Like so. I might have to trim some off. I think I like where that is positioned. Let me just have a swig of my tea. So I'm gonna cut some off the top, and then I can re-glue it, I think. This might be one of those things that I make that just sit on the shelf for ages because I don't like it, or it might be something that I love. Who knows? If you don't do it, you won't know, do you? That's all right now. Okay. So I want to decorate that. And what picture was I thinking? I quite like this one. I want to use this somewhere. Love it. That would look quite nice. You on the screen? Here you are. I like that one. I've also got this really cute little girl. This is from my something blue and this is from my blue florals. I might see what she looks like. Yeah, I really like her. What I might do, instead of having her as something you can take out, or could I? I was going to say I could glue her in, but actually if she's a pocket, could I? No, I might decorate the back with something. What have I got here? I'm just having a look to see what I've got nearby. That's quite handy that I've cut the top off, because it will actually make filling the inside a lot easier. What does that look like? So if when she comes out, that's there instead. Yes. Anything else? What else have I got? I'm really just having a look at what's nearby. See, that matches with that, so that might look quite nice. I might stick that on the inside as a bit of background for when you take the thing out of the pocket. And like I said, I'm really just figuring this out as I go along. So if you think, what on earth is she doing? That's why. Now I want to be able to see the writing. I've got to get this in the right position. It doesn't really matter. Let's chop some of this off. It doesn't really matter what it looks like on the inside, because you're not really able to see it anyway. Is that enough? Let's cut a bit more off. Let's used up some of the scraps. Yeah, I quite like that. Though, actually, saying that, don't use it that way. Oh, glue, glue, glue. Where are you? You are. Let's glue that down. That's good, because this is a bit of streaky paper that I can't really use as a page, but as a little bit of detail. It's perfect. There. And then I need to cover this envelope completely. Yeah, that matches really nicely. Well, obviously it's the same bit of paper. Yeah, I need to find some paper to cover that, and then that will go in there. If I turn her into a card as well, and then a writing card. What I might do for her actually is stick a bit of card. That's a page. Get some music paper or something. That's 2 bits. Stick her down low like this. I want to, and then I can have some writing space there. Where did it go? What have I done with it? And then I'll make it so she fits in there. And then there's writing space there as a tag. Okay, I'm going to pause you for a second and see what paper I've got. Right, I've had a little quiet think. I think what I'm going to do is stick this on here. I need to get that to the right size. Let's take this out. We'll put that over there. So, ruler. wanted to cover this up so it makes it a nice writing space. I might do that. Could just rip off some of this actually. It's got a rip in it anyway. Save that for another bit. Do that and then do that. Just glue that down. Ooh. Now, so I need to make sure. Okay, I've had to think. What I thought is I need to cut off this here. And then that's going to be too narrow. I think what I might do, I'm going to think, right, I'm going to make this picture a bit smaller. Cut that to the width of that. Let's get the guillotine. Bear with me, guys. It's still there, right? Let's cut that straighter. And stick that on there. And if that's there like that, okay, stick it on. Just stick it on. And I might just glue this down like so. Let's make this a bit more of a tag shape. Is that straight? That's not straight, is it? Nice to do. And then you've got some writing space there as well. Sort of. I'm wondering, I might actually stick it on some more music sheet just to make it thicker because it's a little bit bendy. But then that should fit in there nicely, and then she's framed really cutely. Now obviously I need to cover this, so let's do that, shall we? I'm going to have a rummage through my papers again. Right, again I've had another little think. What I want to do is just collage around the edge, leaving the window open obviously, using this paper. Do I want a little bit of that blue poking through? I might. That can go down that side. I don't mind having a bit of a rougher edge around the window. I might actually put the blue in. I was going to cut around it, but I might. How much do you get? A little bit. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to put a picture at the top. Maybe that. I don't know. I don't know. This is how I do most of my journaling though. I don't never really have plans. That's how they always end up all different. Glue that down. And that's that bit done. Deary me. Getting right muddled today. Okay, and then I think that on that side. And then I'll figure out the rest of it as I go along. Right, this is another swig. Oh, I've drank it. Oh, don't remember doing that. Okay. Now, shall I? Yeah, I'm gonna fold it over the edge. It'll reinforce the edge and also make it look a bit prettier as well. Don't rip it like that. Right, okay. So I'm going to fold it in and smooth the ticket. So cut that at a little bit of an angle. Oh, goodness me. I'll just make the opening a bit stronger, which means I should probably glue all that down. I can always cover it at a later date. Just glue that down as well. Make that edge. What do you look like in there now? Cute. I need something at the bottom. See, what I was going to do was use that and put that at the bottom. So what I might do now is find something else, because I've stuck it down now. No. Did I have some more? I did have more, yeah. Okay, that's all right. No, hang on a minute. Let's use this. Good. It's a shame that doesn't fit. Maybe think I'm beginning to remember why I don't do too many of these. I get really, I overthink stuff. I think that's what it is. I think I might just stick that down, and then I can always put something over the top of it. It's because it's the writing's facing the other way that I'm debating whether to do it. But if I put something over it, it won't matter. A bit of lace or something. Stick that down. Looks a darn sight better than the brown anyway. Right, okay. And then I need something for the top. It's that again. Too short. Oh, that's so annoying. Okay, I can't stick that in there. I'm going to turn that upside down and let it dry. Okay, I need to cover this top bit with something completely different. What have I got? Okay, so I've got all my digitals here. It's got glue on it. Let's have a look. She's cute. She sort of matches her. I'm like mother and daughter faffing about in the meadow. Lovely. So I don't need this bit. I shall save that for something else. That can go in my ginormous pile of paper. Excuse me, I've gone all quirky. And then I might put her. Afford to lose a bit on top. And I might rip a bit more off the bottom. Maybe kick up the bottom. Do. No, I like that red. I'm changing my mind about this blue as we speak. Yeah, I'm going to glue that down. I like her. I think she looks nice. Got another meadow. Okay. Let's just ink that after I've glued it down. Rough up the edge a bit. Thank you for coming along with me and seeing my thought process. This is and then I'm going to stick edge down. Also going to stick it down here. I don't know if that might be a bit too small. Okay, so that is that page. I'm not sure about this blue now. I'm tempting it to sort of mirror this colour here. I've folded that too much. Better. Where's the lid gone? My glue. Oh, it's on there. Oh, there we go. So that's going to be that page. Where were you going to go? You were going to go in there. Like so. And then there's a tag that you can take out. And I'm going to glue the top of it. Is that going to be too tall? So what I'm going to do is cover the rest of it, and then I will show you at the end of the video, which will be in a second, what it looks like. Right, so I have covered all of it now. I've done this one, and there's still a pocket here, and I've stuck it on the inside just to make reinforce the edge and make it a bit neater. And then there's that one, and that. I still think I might cover this, but I'm going to leave it, sleep on it, see what I think. Yeah, the inside looks an absolute shambles, but that's what it looks like. But that doesn't matter, because that is going to be hidden. So what I want to do is glue the top, and then I'll put it ready to, I might use double-sided tape. I can find the end. Now, have I made that? That's going to be too big now. Ugh. It's alright, I can cut it off. Nothing is really that permanent. I cut that way too short as well. That. Oh, dearie me. I think it's because I need another cup of tea. That's what it is. I cut that too long. Stick that down. There. And so you've got a pocket there, and your pocket there. Is it gonna fit? No, of course it's not. Right, okay. And then you snip bits off to make it fit. If I wasn't filming, you would never have known. And I'm probably going to embellish this and make it a little bit more exciting to look at. And then I'll make something to go in there, and it will go like this. So there'll be paper between it. So those might be a bit too mismatched, but that won't matter because it's a different page. So you've got a pocket here. I've got something I can put in for now as a tag. And there'll be a little page you can decorate there. And then there's another page. And there's this pocket. And you can make lots of things to go in there. Just make that one at the front. What do you think? I think I'm going to put it in. I like it. Thank you for watching. Have a really lovely rest of your day. Goodbye.